Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I get to share with you 10 cards made with the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month for March 2020. This month's kit is super fun. It's called Feelin' Hoppy, and it is full of spring and Easter themes. And so we're going to jump in with card number one. Card number one, I'm going to be using the element that I created with the dies during the unboxing. Now, if you missed the unboxing, I'll link it up above here and also at the end in case you guys want to check out how I created this. But there's 8 dies this month that create a real pretty frame, and then it has elements that you could create a little garden on the bottom of it, and then also bunny ears, super cute. And then there's sentiment that says hip hop hooray. I didn't use the hooray, just the hip and the hop. And my friend just wanted to give me a little company. She plopped it right down in front of my craft mat here. But I took some of the pattern paper, I trimmed it down so it's slightly smaller than my card base. We're going to go ahead and adhere that to the center of our pre-scored card bases. The kit comes with 10, and so I'm going to use all 10 today. Now, to add a little dimension to my frame, I'm going to trim down a very thin strip of foam adhesive and put it around my frame. And I wanted to put it on the ears too, but it wasn't sticking. And the reason it wasn't because I have the double-sided tape behind my ears. I'm just removing the release paper from that double-sided tape, and then I can go ahead and add my foam adhesive. I guess the slick surface wouldn't take my sticky foam adhesive. Okay, we're going to add the back of our frame just using some of the double-sided tape. This one's going to go directly in this a little bit lower, but in the center of our card base. We need to have it a little bit lower because those bunny ears are pretty tall. Once it's centered, we'll go ahead and add our frame around it. And I think that looks so sweet. Super fun. Okay, we're going to add a few bells and whistles. There's some beautiful gold fleck gemstones in this month's kit. And so I'm taking the green ones, and we're just going to add, kind of lost one here. We're going to add 3. 2 up here on top and then 1 on the very bottom, just to add a little extra gold outside of our little frame. Once our gems are adhered, we're going to bring in some gold glitter, and then I thought we'd add a little sparkle to the center of each one of those flowers that we created. This month there was 8 dies. I don't know if I told you that or not, but again, I'll link it at the end if you guys want to check out how I made this. But super fun elements in the die set this month. That finishes off card number 1. Okay, for card number 2, we're going to create a butterfly card. I created 3 panels. Each panel is slightly smaller than the other. The gold is the largest, and then I have pattern paper that has Easter bunnies on it. We're just going to remove the release paper here and adhere that to the gold panel. And you can see it's going to leave me a little bit of a gold border. And then this one here is just a white piece of cardstock. I trimmed it so it's slightly smaller than my printed paper. This is going to go in the center. So we just have a little edge of that printed paper showing. So we matted it 3 times basically. Okay, I'm going to use some of the die cut pieces in this month's kit. I love the tickets, and in fact I think there's 2 in this month's kit, and I used both of them for my 10 cards. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere this I would say tan colored leaf. I'm going to adhere it to the left side of my ticket, and then I'll flip my ticket over and add some foam adhesive. The kit does come with foam adhesive, but I kind of go a little crazy. I like a lot of dimension, so I sometimes bring in my own. Okay, I'm going to use both the butterflies that were in the die cut pack. Now, the die cut pack has 2 of each element, so there's 2 of the same butterflies. I adhered one directly to my panel, and then the next one, which is the same exact, I'm going to pop up with foam adhesive, except for the body. I'm going to add some double-sided tape to the body of the butterfly. This way the body is flush to the panel, but the wings are lifted a little bit to add a little bit of dimension. I'm going to layer them both together. This way, from a side view, you have that extra gold sparkle. Okay, I'm going to do the same exact with the smaller butterfly. We'll tape down our first butterfly directly to our panel, and then I'll add foam adhesive to the wings, and then a very thin strip to the body of that butterfly and just tack it down. Now I went ahead and added my sentiment, which was one of the die cut pieces also. The sentiment here says, "Have a lovely day," or "Such a lovely day." I don't know why I love that sentiment, but I'm going to go ahead and add that right below the ticket, and then I'm going to finish off with one more sentiment from the sticker pack. This one here says "Easter wishes," and I just popped that up and placed it in the center of my little ticket here. I think we're going to add this little heart in the very back page of the sticker book. It has some gold polka dots in there, and the colors just match beautifully. I added that, and that finishes off that card. I love all the gold sparkle in there. Okay, for my next card, card number 3, we're going to make an Easter card. So I trimmed down this pink and white striped paper from the paper pack. This is going to leave me a little bit of about a 1/4 inch border around my card base. We'll just adhere this to the center, and we're going to use some more die cut pieces. You can see here I have 3 of the Easter eggs, 2 of the same purple flower flourishes. I have the sentiment that says Happy Easter, and then I also have a little Easter bunny. These 2 flourishes we're going to layer together straight across our card front, a little bit lower, just to kind of create a border here. Once we have that adhered, I'm going to flip over my eggs and add double-sided tape behind there, and we're going to add 3 in the center of that flourish, and then we're going to add the Easter bunny right in the center with foam adhesive. Now we're going to flip over our sentiment, add tape down the center, and then add foam adhesive to the left and to the right. This way, when we place it just below the bunny, everything is nice and even. Okay, I'm going to bring in some more of our gold fleck gems, and then for this one I think we're going to use the very first ones in the set, and we're going to add 3 to the top on one of those Easter eggs, and then 3 on the bottom, just to spread out that gold a little bit, and that finishes off card number 3. Sorry, I did trim off the ends there. Okay, for my next card, this one I had an idea, because as I was looking through the sticker book, there was a sticker, sentiment sticker, that said 24 karat kid, and I immediately thought of my kids. So I'm going to take this Easter carrot pattern paper with the gold tops, so pretty. I trimmed that down so it was slightly smaller than my card base, and then I also fishtailed a piece of the gold cardstock and then the green pattern paper. We're going to layer the gold and the green pattern paper together, and then I'm going to flip it over and add foam adhesive so there's a little dimension there, and layer them on top of our panel there. Next, I'm going to use this little die cut piece. It looks like a little tag that says this egg belongs to, but I like the green in that, so I tacked that down. And then I have 2 of the carrots from the die cut pack. I'm going to go ahead and add the large and the small one, kind of overlapping both of them, just for a little bit of a whimsical look. On the larger one's going to cover up that left edge of that little tag. Okay, we're going to take our little sentiment, it says 24 karat kid, and the color is almost the same exact color as that ticket. We're going to flip it over, add foam adhesive behind it, and then I'm going to use my anti-static powder tool to remove the tackiness, and then we can just place that in the center of our little ticket. Not really a ticket, maybe our tag. No. Now I'm going to use a couple more stickers. One of the white one here says his hidden treasures. Place that just above, and then I'm going to take one more sticker. This says that way. And that's going to go, I wasn't sure where to put this. I was going to tuck it underneath the little carrot here, and just wasn't flowing right, so I decided to put it right above the hidden treasure sticker. We're going to add a couple of the gold fleck gems, bring some more of that gold in, since They're a 24 karat kit. We're going to bring some more gold in. Add 3 of those. And then I thought we'd add a little sparkle to our carrots. And then also some highlights with my white gel pen. So I'm just adding a few little dash lines to the left and to the right of the carrot, just to add a little extra dimension. And then I'm going to bring in some more of that gold glitter. And we're going to add just a little bit of sparkle to the leaves of our carrots and the base of our carrots. And that is our 24 karat kit card. Okay, moving on to our next card. This is not really an Easter card, but it's a nice springy card. I thought I'd throw in an extra one here. This is actually made with all the add-ons in the kit, guys. You don't need the kit to create this card. You just need the paper pad and the die cut pack, which are both add-ons this month, and I'll link them down below. But I'm taking this pattern paper, we're adhering it to the left, and then I'm taking this floral pattern paper, and we're gonna layer it right on top. And I think these two colors go great together. Now I'm going to trim off the excess, and normally I throw this away, but I thought it's such a pretty color combination. I'm going to put it on the inside of my card. I've been doing this a lot lately with the excess. Just something a little extra color on the inside. Now I love this little flourish, and then here's another one of those tickets. I'm going to add some tape behind the flourish and then tape down the ticket to it so they're both together. So they're basically one piece now. And then I can flip it over, add foam adhesive, and place this towards the lower portion of our card base. For my sentiment, I use one of the die cut pieces that says "with love." And it's the only blue on the card, but I love how it stands out. I'm going to place that in the center of the ticket there. There is a gingham heart that's almost the same color as the colors in my little pattern here, so I added that, and then I'm also going to add some of the blue gemstones here to bring up a little bit of that blue, and that finishes off my non-Easter card, just kind of an everyday card with the add-ons. Okay, next card is, my goodness, probably super simple card, but I love the way it turned out. I'm using the 3D sticker. This one, it says blessings. And I layered that onto the doily that was in the die cut pack this month. It's a pretty large doily. I just had to punch out all those pieces. Now originally I was just going to do this and call it done, but I thought we'd add some pink and white stripes in the background. So I cut down maybe a 1 1/4 inch strip and added it to the length of my card base, and then I placed my blessings right on top. I thought we'd add a little butterfly. The butterfly I'm using is the one that has the floral print on there. I'm going to add foam adhesive behind the wings just to give it a little stability, especially if I mail this. The stability's there and my butterfly won't go flat. And I think that just looks so dainty and so pretty. I'm going to finish it off with some gold glitter in the center of the butterfly and also around that wreath that the sentiment is covering here, just for a little added sparkle. And then that finishes off card number 6. Pretty easy, but I think when you have a sticker that's pretty like that, you don't need to do much. Okay, next card is another card that is not Easter themed. I wanted to share a variety of cards. In the sticker pack there was a sentiment that said grandparents are a gift, and I thought that was so pretty. So I created a frame with this gold pattern paper. It's about a 1 inch thick frame. This is going to go in the center of our card base. And then I'm going to take these two die cut pieces. They're actually the same exact color, and also the same color as the pattern paper. So it's kind of a monotone. I'm going to go ahead and add the leaf to my flower. And then we're going to flip this over. I'm going to add a little glue to the top of the leaves because that's going to hit the frame. And then I already have tape on the bottom of the flower. I'm going to add 1 piece of foam tape for a little stability. And that's going to go kind of at a slight diagonal on my frame. Now I'm going to take the sentiment here, the sticker that says grandparents are a gift. I'm going to add foam adhesive behind it. Use my anti-static powder tool to get rid of that tackiness, and then this is going to go a little bit in that bottom corner there. Now I just thought it needed something else. If there were some purple gems, I would have added those. But I thought, you know what, in the stamp set, there's a couple little hearts. And I thought that'd be perfect for grandparents. So I'm going to take the largest heart in the stamp set. We'll just place that in the acrylic block, and we're going to stamp it a few times above the flower. I'm going to use my black licorice ink here. I've been loving this ink lately. Stamp it 3 times, and then 1 in that little open area above the sentiment. And then I'm just going to use some purple copic markers to color in those hearts. I tried to find the colors that coordinated with that flower, and I just think it made that flower pop a little bit more. But that finishes off my grandparent card. Okay, for next card, we're using the stamp set, and I wanted to use this cute little carrot. I have a piece of cardstock, which was a little too short. So I'm showing you how I stamped it, and as I started to color, I ended up restamping it on a longer piece of cardstock that was 4¼ inches wide. This was a little tight squeeze with all these carrots. But basically I flip-flopped them, one going up, one going down, and there's 7 carrots in total. Once those are stamped, I'm going to go ahead and take the little bunny. There's 2 of them. I'm taking the one that's sitting down. I'm going to stamp that on some cardstock as well. And then off camera, I'm going to go ahead and color in my little bunny and also my carrots on a new panel that I stamped. You can see here it's a little bit more spaced, but I wanted it the width of my card base. Okay, we're going to flip this over. I'm going to add some double-sided tape behind it and adhere it to some of the darker green cardstock that came with this month's kit, and then I popped it up with foam adhesive. I placed that on my card base with the little bunny there, and then for my sentiment, I'm going to use the sentiment that says Bunny Kisses. We'll stamp that right next to that little guy. And then in the stamp set, there's some X's. There's some kisses in there, so I thought we'd add some kisses on the very top. And after I did this, I didn't like it. I misstamped, so I decided to stamp over it, and then it was really heavy. It was very thick. And so I thought I'd stamp another set, and I kind of ruined it. Well, in my eyes, I kind of ruined it. So to fix it, in the sticker sheet, there's some border stickers. I'm going to take the green floral one and just cover up those X's. And it matched perfectly. I thought that was really nice. And the excess that was overhanging, I just wrapped it around on the inside. A little extra color. And I actually like the way this turned out. I did highlight my carrots with my white gel pen, and then I added some sparkle with my Nuvo Aqua Shimmer pen, and then I am going to glossy them up with my Journey Glaze. This is going to give it dimension and shine, and then that's my Bunny Kisses card. Okay, for my next card, this is another card just using the add-ons for this month's kit. So, and it's not an Easter themed card too, it's kind of an everyday card. But I die cut out 3 circles, 3 larger circles with the 2-tone blue pattern paper, and then with the 2-tone purplish pattern paper, it was polka dot one. It's slightly smaller. I cut out 3 circles with that. I just layered them together and then taped them down to my card base. And then I made sure that each one of those were overhanging on the edge, and then I used my scissors to trim off the excess. Now I'm going to use some die cut pieces. I added the little notes book, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue my flowers together and add those so they're overlapping the bottom left corner of that notebook. And then the other area is going to be hitting the white area of my card base. So I added foam tape, and some of it was showing, but I thought if I hit the white area of the card base, we wouldn't be able to tell because that was such a small area. But after I have that adhered, I'm going to go ahead and add my coffee cup. And then for the sentiment, I chose the sentiment that says "With Love." That's the second one that was in the kit. And then I'm going to add these 2 little hearts with the gold center, adding foam adhesive to them. And then for a little sparkle, we're going to bring in that gold glitter drops. We're going to add glitter to the center of our flowers, and then we're going to add glitter to our hearts. little glitter to the flowers that are in the coffee cup too. And then that finishes off that card. For my final card today, we're going to make an Easter basket card. So I took the Easter basket die cut piece and I'm adding tape behind it. This way I can add the two of the eggs. I'm going to add some more tape, and I'm going to flip this over and add my third egg. So we have 3 eggs in the basket, and then I'm going to kind of loop in this greenery. I'm going to add greenery to the left and then to the right of my basket. Now I like the greenery hanging out on the top area of the basket, but I didn't like it on the bottom. So I'm going to use my scissors and just trim off the excess here on the left side and the right side. So I have basically two leaves left over. You could keep those for another project if you wanted. I tried to tuck them in there, but it was kind of hiding my eggs, and so I decided not to add them. Okay, I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to use some of the leftover foam adhesive that I have. I like using the negative piece also. No use in making this go to waste. We'll just add some to the very bottom, and then we'll add another piece filling in that area. So that's ready to go. I'm going to cut a thin strip to cover the length of my little bow here, and then we're going to add this. Add it to the right, and I think actually the left is going to look a lot nicer. Okay, now I'm going to have create some background. I'm using some pattern paper. I have a 1-inch strip with the pink and white. And then I'm going to use this piece. Both of these were left over from our previous card. I'm going to layer them both together. They're in different sizes, as you can see, and lengths. Just making sure they're straight. And then I'm also going to take one of the stickers, the border stickers that are in the sticker sheet. I'm going to add that to the very bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my Easter basket. I went ahead in the sticker sheet. There is a sentiment that says Happy Easter. I added it to the front of the basket, and so half of it was hanging over. So I needed to add a little bit more foam adhesive so everything laid nice and flush. So this is going to go on the very top. Once that's adhered, I'm happy with the placement. I'm going to add one of the little bunnies from the sticker pack. This little bunny is so cute. I thought the purple one would bring out the purple in the base of the Easter basket. And it has some gold polka dots on there. So we're going to add him on that pattern paper there. And then I thought about adding gems, but there were with the gold, and then there's lots of layers in that little Easter basket. I thought that was plenty. But that finishes off card number 10. Just going to put this back. That's my little Happy Easter card. I wanted to use those leaves so bad, but not for these cards today. Okay, now I want to share with you all 10 cards that I made today with the Spellbinders Card Kit called Feelin' Hoppy. It is the March kit for 2020. I hope this gives you some ideas and inspiration on how to use the kit. And again, a couple of the cards that I made today were just using the add-ons. Add-ons are listed down below in the description area, along with the card kit if you guys are interested. I think it's a great value. There's tons in the kit, and I have tons left over. In fact, after I finish showing you all 10 cards, I'm going to share with you what I have left over. And sometimes it doesn't even look like you put a dent in them, but I think it's a super nice little Easter filled card kit. So that's all 10 cards. Okay, we're going to set these aside. I'm going to grab my little empty box and we're going to fill it up. Here's a little box. We're going to start off with the cardstock. I trimmed my end in half to create my die cut element for card number 1. So these are the pieces that I have left over. And then I have a few quarter pieces. I actually trimmed down my pink cardstock into quarters. So I have lots of that left over. But and then a lot of scraps. I keep them too because for die cutting they're nice to have on hand. So that's the colored cardstock and the gold cardstock. And then we have our 6x6 paper pad. Lots of paper left over. There was 40 sheets this month, so there's lots. I just trimmed down the top of the package it came in, and then this way I can add my leftover pieces, my scraps on the back side here. Just slide those in and they have a nice little home. But lots of paper left over. And then we also have lots of stickers, my goodness, lots of sentiments, a lot of Easter themes. And then we have quite a few gems. We have our little stamp set. We have lots of die cut pieces. And then we have our dies, of course. There's our little 8-piece die pack, and then our ingredient, or not really ingredient, our recipe sheet, and our adhesives. Lots left over still, huh? My goodness. So that's the Spellbinders kit. I hope you had fun, and I hope this gives you, again, some ideas on how to create with the kit. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Again, if you missed the unboxing, I'll link it at the end here. Just click on that and it'll take you to that video. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.